All right, Shalom. First, I start by saying, I praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is another quick lesson. Chicago shooting. 5 shot, 3 killed, and a 100-car caravan in Brighton Park, police say. So I'm going to play this video. And, I got another video at the
Mark
precepts.
Samantha, good morning. Well, now we know this is adding to what has been a brutally violent weekend among Chicago's youth. You have 3 males who are dead. Police telling us their ages now range from 15 to 20 years old. There are 2 other shooting victims who are still at a nearby hospital listed in serious condition. Police telling us that there have been drag racing caravans all throughout the city, traveling to different parts, and they made their way to this intersection here at Kedzie and Archer, and there were approximately 100 cars here at the time. You see the evidence of that. Tire marks all throughout the intersection. Investigators also sorting through shell casings as they reported 13 rounds fired off here overnight after that drag racing event. Now, all of the victims, police tell us, are gang affiliated at this point, and we just heard a CPD commander explain some of that chaos that ensued here.
There was drifting in the middle of the street, and approximately 100 cars had gained control of an intersection. Our SDSC room was monitoring this on video live. A shot spotter alert of at least 13 rounds that went off, as well as our SDSC room informing the officers that there were shots fired and people hitting the ground.
So police tell us that no one has been arrested at this point. They say they are still looking to talk to maybe 1 or 2 suspects, maybe look for them. They would not specify if those are the 2 men still at nearby hospitals right now. They did say that they did not recover any guns. There are a number of shell casings on scene here and a number of surveillance cameras that they're hoping will help with this investigation. But more teenagers killed to gun violence in Chicago.
Welcome in, and thanks for joining us tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm Spencer Soysher. 2 people are dead, and a toddler has been flown to the hospital after strong winds caused 3 kayaks to capsize in Lake Pueblo State Park today. According to Colorado Parks and Wildlife, it started when the first kayak carrying an adult and child capsized because of strong winds. So 2 other people paddled their kayaks in to help, but then their kayaks also filled with water. So all 4 people are now in the water at this point. Eventually, a call for help came in, but the strong winds made the rescue really difficult. CPW rangers say they were able to pull the toddler out of the water and then flew the toddler to the hospital. They found one person's body immediately, but rangers couldn't start searching for the other missing kayaker with their boats because the winds were so strong. Instead, they had to use an underwater drone, finding a body close to where the kayak sank. These are now the 7th and 8th water-related deaths just this year at Lake Pueblo. This is the deadliest year on the waters on record here in Colorado as well.
All right. All right, Slide, give me 1 second. All right, this is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." Hold on, give me a second. All right, Slocky, this is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, which is over here in America, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." Right, 2 parts of the nation of Israel are going to be cut off, but the 1/3, is going to be left therein, man. The Lord is only going to deliver and save his elect, man. 2 parts of the nation of Israel are going to be put to death. That's why you got these shootings and people drowning and all that type of stuff, man. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. Right, because eventually this is going to, what's going on in America is going to turn up so bad to where, you know, people going to be getting put in concentration camps, being forced to take the RFID chip, the MOTB, getting tortured, heads cut off, etc., man. And more going to be famine in a lot of places, diseases in a lot of places, and the 1/3 gonna have to endure all of that, man. Even to the point where they get or Esau try to make them take the RFID chip or the MOTB, and they got to take death, man. So America's just gonna get worse. You got people crying about all these murders and all this extra stuff, but um, it's part of Bible prophecy, So Zechariah 13:9, it says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried." The elect gonna have to endure, and they're gonna be tried and tested, because they're gonna go through all the same thing as the 2/3 is going through, man. Basically, they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, right? Because the Lord did give His name, Yahweh Shemel Shai. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. This Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. It says, "Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place." The rich is the Israelites. Folly is set in great dignity. Take them always follying, man. All that the drag race and everything, they're not aware of what's going on and what's coming, man. You know, that's why they being gunned down, man. Hosea 4:6, "Since thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me." And then the children gonna be rejected, which all that means is that since y'all don't want to deal with the Lord gonna eventually put y'all to death in some way, some form, in some fashion, man. That's it. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Right, man. Spirits that are created for vengeance are the angels that's taking vengeance upon you people, or just killing you people off, man. It says, "Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts," and I got a couple clips. I'll be able to put them up on animals attacking and killing people. "But teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction." See, these people that's dying by these events are the wicked, man. It says, "They shall rejoice in his commandment," right? The angels rejoice. "And they shall be ready upon earth when need is," right? They ready just like hitmen. Whenever there's time for them to go to kill somebody, they go do it. "And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word," right? So, and this is proof that these are the angels. Psalms 78. Psalms chapter 78 and 49. This is Psalm chapter 78, verse 49. "He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble, by sending evil angels among them." Right, man. So the Lord got evil angels taking care of his work, man. That's killing these people. And with that being said, Call Allah, Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity, and the sisters that's doing righteousness also. Shalom.